Hi, my name is Kathy, and in this video I'm going to show you how to mix a song after you've recorded it on the MOXF8 keyboard. This is going to be pretty basic because I'm not an expert when it comes to mixing at all, but maybe this will get you started. So go to song mode. Over here I'm in song mode, and I'm going to hit the mixing, which opens up the mixing screen. I'm going to hit F2, which is the voice right here. Okay, so I have recorded a little song in here, and hopefully, this will be where you have up to 16 tracks of voices in your song. And the first thing you might want to do when you're mixing is play with the volume of the individual tracks, because you might want to adjust the volume here and there. You might have strings that you want to swell and become louder in a certain passage, or a horn that you want to fade on the last note. But you have to record these volume changes so that they'll permanently become part of the song mix. So to work with volume on the different tracks, go over here to the left of your keyboard, and it'll probably look like this when you get there, and take your fingers and simultaneously you're going to press the tone 1, 2, 3 and the EQ, effect, and ARP buttons. So you have to press them both at the same time, and you can see they're all lit up. When you do this, what you have done now, you will get this screen. You can see how it's volume for track 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what it has done, it has reassigned these 4 knobs, and they are now volume controls. This is the volume control for track 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you have an instrument on track 5, a voice on track 5, then what you have to do is you have to navigate over to track 5. And when you're on track 5, these automatically reassign themselves now to the next 4 tracks. So this is 5, 6, 7, and track 8. And then for track 10, you have to be in track 10, 11, 12, or 13. You can be on any one of those 4 tracks, but these knobs will now be volume for track 10, 11, 12, 13, etc. Or I think I did those numbers wrong, but you get the idea. So these control banks of 4 tracks. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to choose the instrument we want to play with. So I'm going to go ahead. I have some strings. I have piano strings and bass, but I'm going to play with the strings on track 2. So I'm going to have my finger on this knob, but first I'm going to hit record, and then I'm going to hit play, and I'm just going to mess with it a little bit, okay? So my hand is on the knob. I'm going to fade them a little bit, bring them up, maybe bring them up here, maybe fade. All right. You can do that then on every track. So let's go over here to mixing now. Open up the mixing window, and I'm going to go to the volume pan, which is the F1 key. And you can already see that if I navigate using my finger here down, that the volume slide is already a little out of position from the others. So I'm going to start this song and play it, and I just want you to watch what's happening. I'm just going to hit play now. This is what I have in my song now. Okay, so you can see that what I was doing with the knob up here is now reflected in the recording here. Okay, maybe you next want to work with reverb. So you're going to go to the EF send and go down and hit the F3 button. And now you have the ability to control the chorus on track 1 or on any of your tracks. If you want to add a chorus effect, or reverb, if you want to add reverb, that's right here, or if you want to change the level of dryness. And you can do that with each of your tracks in your song. You need to read up about reverb if you're not sure how it works or what it does. Bottom line is it makes the instrument sound like it's playing in a larger or a smaller room. So, you know, the more reverb, the larger the room generally. When I'm recording an orchestration, I often think of where the different instruments sit in an orchestra. And then I'll use the pan. Let's talk about pan for a minute. There's this volume pan, which is the upper little circle. You can dial that. I'm using the dial over here to the left or to the right. So I think I use the pan to move the instrument to my left or my right, which means it'll come more out of the left speaker or more out of the right speaker or right down the center. And then I use the EF, the reverb, to determine how close I am to the instrument. So in an orchestra, the trumpets usually sit in the back, so I might add more reverb on a trumpet. Now, somebody might say, oh, no, that's crazy, you don't do that. But for me, just play around with it and just remember it kind of changes how far away the instrument sounds. I hope this helps somebody. Be sure to save your song, resave it before you turn off your keyboard, so it will save all the mix with the song. Okay, thanks.